glossing over the 27 turnovers, Mark Lyons' continued struggles, this time from the field as well, and the bad play from the U of A big men. Last night there were a lot of positives to show that this team is still very good. Nick Johnson is the number one thing that we can look at. Career high, not only did the scoring, he did everything at the beginning of that second half to turn the tide. Steals, passing, dunks, you name it, he was everywhere. Glossing over the fact that he had 6 turnovers because the team as a whole was just struggling with that zone. Another thing to look at, Arizona really is showing that they can shoot themselves out of a zone. Even when they look like they're struggling, the Wildcats shot 45%. It was their second to worst shooting percentage. That's not even that bad. 45% still pretty good when you consider all things. They might be one of the better shooting teams in the nation. Of course, you look at the big men struggling, but when they were struggling, look at what happened. Sean Miller went with Kevin Parham in the starting lineup for the second half in place of Brendan Ashley. Arizona showed that they have multiple ways to match up with teams depending on what their teams look like, and that's not necessarily going to hurt Arizona at all. You could say that it hurts them on the rebounding front, but Kevin Parham and Solomon Hill did fine on the boards when Brendan Ashley, Grant Jarrett were struggling. Caleb Tarczewski was the guy who was playing with the small ball unit, if you will. And looking at the small ball unit, that's not even that small. You have a 7-footer. Hill has experience at the power forward spot. It's not that big of a deal. And when you consider all those things, Arizona can match up with a lot of different teams in the country. They can play against a lot of different schemes defensively. Offensively, they put up not that many points, but when you consider their free throw misses, they actually had the opportunity to get in the 70s, 80s. They're not in that bad of shape. This was a good win. Facing adversity against a lesser opponent was a good wake-up call for them, and again, they got the win.